Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world.
I've been looking around for salvation. I've been looking around for the truth. All around me I see frustration, and I looked all over till I found you. I sit and listen to your stories, and you're telling me, please don't worry. There's a lot in this world you should know, and love in life is where you should go. If you're looking for somewhere to go, if you're looking for someone to know, if you're looking for someone to guide you, then love in life will guide you. I know that.
Goeienaand, or goeiedag, I should say. Sorry, guys, I'm used to doing the live streams at 8 p.m. It is, after all, nearly 6:30 p.m. here in Brisbane, Australia. So it is goeienaand for those Australian watchers. But for my largely South African loving life family, it is 10:30 in the morning. And we are starting to get the first videos coming through, which I will be showing you. And they're basically confirming what we feared, and that is that a very, very large contingent of EFF supporters are expected at Brackenfell today, and they're definitely unwanted. Nobody wants them there, but they've just kind of bought themselves into the situation. So let me just start off with showing you what we've got so far, and it's still, look, the protest hasn't started yet. It's still very, very early times, but we'll just show you what I have got at the moment. Here we go. Give me a second, guys.
We are live from Brackenfell. We started here across from my.
Okay, I'll start this one again. It's a very short clip, but it's just showing you the people from the economic freedom fighters actually arriving at the situation. Okay, here we go.
We are live from Brackenfell. We started here across from my.
Okay, now I've got a number of people who are going to be communicating with me during the day. So this is going to be a fairly disjointed live stream, but it is live. These are the buses coming in. Now, why they allowed this to happen in the first place, God only knows, because this is just ridiculous where you've got a feral terrorist organization coming in like this. Let me show you what happened outside the gates of the school. Here we go. Remember, this isn't the proper protest. This is just a bunch of EFF supporters going by. Okay, now, the only other video clip that I have at this stage is one where there's a bit of an argument about a toilet. Can you believe it or not? Yep, about a toilet. And the people at Brackenfell aren't happy that the EFF are putting toilets up in their, or on their streets, which one can understand. And these EFF guys have been asked to move on, but they're clearly not going to be moving on. They're just taking over the town, which is what the EFF do. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Give me a second, guys. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you don't know them.
The people are coming from that side, so people are coming
So
from that side.
don't listen to them. Don't talk to them.
I'm
Please.
asking you very nicely. I don't want to argue. Please take the toilets that side. If you bring the toilets here,
What will happen?
remember this side is the community. So we are standing.
So are we not part of the community?
You are not from here. So we are asking.
I'm not from where. I'm a foreigner.
No, you are not from
This is my fucking ancestral land.
We are not here to argue. We are asking you nicely.
Sorry, madam.
To please move the toilets that side. I'm asking you nicely in the name of peace. In the name of peace.
You cannot be recording for what? For what?
I'm asking you in the name of peace. To please take that toilet. Put them that side. I'm asking you
Madam,
nicely.
you can come with your people and we fight and all.
We don't want to fight. We
No,
are
you want
for
to fight.
peace. We are for
Okay, what will you
peace.
do? We'll
We are
put the toilet
for
there.
We are for peace.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Now, you can see that things are heating up before the protest is even starting. And you can see that the local Brackenfell community are not very excited by having members of the EFF at their door. Now, what I'm going to do while we wait for videos to come through, I'm going to just play to you the live stream that was played last night, where I had General Isaac van Zyl and his father, Koos van Zyl, as guests. And they were talking about what is happening in Brackenfell. So between live videos that I get, what I'll do is I'll just play parts of that live stream, because they're talking about from a military perspective what people should do, what people shouldn't do at Brackenfell. So it's a very, very interesting discussion, and I'm sure lots of people here won't have seen that. So while I'm actually scouting for live videos, let's just play a clip from that live stream from last night with Isaac van Zyl, who heads up the Boerelegion, and his father Koos van Zyl, who was a general in the South African Police Service. Here we go. Right, but what about the police force in 2020? What would you say about it today?
My heart is crying for the South African police,
Right.
because the members of the South African police at this stage represents a very, very poor organization if I compare it to the police force I served in.
Look, we can't disagree with you. I think it's shocking what's happened to the South African Police Service. Now, that takes us on to the subject tonight, having got a bit of your background, Koos, and thank you for that. Okay, let's look at what's happening in South Africa today. And I'm talking about a particular political party, the Economic Freedom Fighters, who I call a terrorist organization, not a political party, led by a terrorist, Julius Malema. Now, they seem to be pushing their noses into places where they don't belong, and much more of this in particular in the last few weeks. Let me ask you this question, Isaac. What interest did the Economic Freedom Fighters have in Senekal and more lately in Brackenfell?
they have no interest there. In Senekal, they had no interest, except for sympathizing with criminals, with murderers. There's no way that they could present themselves as sympathizers of the Horner family, because they stood in the right opposite position of the Boere who was there to sympathize with the Horner family and to protest it against the progressive number of farm murders we experienced this year.
Okay, guys, I'm going to now just put up a video which is just coming through to me. It's Anthony Hall at Brackenfell. Here we go. Let's hear what he has to say.
But I just wanted to bring something under your attention that I find is very nauseating, serious, and thanks for the laugh this afternoon. It was lovely. I rewatched the tape and I pissed myself. It was absolutely amazing. Okay, there's just two things. The first thing is the viral hate that is going on Facebook and social media at the moment from black thugs who are attacking the white nation. I'm asking South Africa, and I'm no one to ask you, but I'm just asking you. I'm not anyone. I'm just a plain citizen trying to use my resources to make this country a better place for my children and for yours. The viral hate coming from black people, obviously not all the black people, but I'm not going to make excuses now, from black barbaric thugs against our white communities is nothing short of a declaration of civil war. But I beg my South African brothers and sisters to stay calm. I beg you to look at the bigger picture. I beg you to take note that a South African man and a South African woman are very strong people. We are God-fearing people. And God is watching. Don't, and I have to stop myself sometimes. This viral hate that is going around against white people. And what's going to happen in Brackenfell. And what happened in Brackenfell today is sickening to the core. Dawn, the time now to fight back is not yet. The time to fight back is to not make a public statement. The time to fight back will come when we go and fight back. And they won't know we're coming. If the president of this country does not address the nation tonight or latest tomorrow, if the leader of the opposition, John Steenhuisen, does not address the public tonight or tomorrow, South Africa then has to make a decision, white, colored, Indian and black, law-abiding. Do we start taking this country over and bring it to a total and utter standstill? We may have to sacrifice a week or two's work. We may have to sacrifice a week or two's finance while the economy is bad. We are not fighting against the odds, my fellow brothers and sisters. The vulture is a patient bird. Our patience has been stretched to the limit. They're going to try and antagonize us. They're going to try and victimize us. But we mustn't be like Piet Retief. We must learn from history. And we will know the right time to knock these bastards, because they're pushing us on the precipice of war. My friends, I'm saying this in context that it must be taken before I get charged with terrorism. Every organization has rallies and meetings. And I'm going to leave it there. It's not the time yet to bear arms. It's not the time for gung-ho Rambos yet. There are many people working behind the scenes, and they are not the DA, and they are not the African National Congress. But I can assure South Africans tonight, there are many people from various countries are in this country at the moment, waiting. We cannot give these uncivilized, barbaric thugs any excuse to exterminate our people. I'm asking South Africa now. There are men and women in this country, and I'm not part of that cabal. So the cops can't come get me, or the security police can't get me, because I know nothing. But what I've heard in the changing rooms of the toilets and of the restaurants, and you can take this as fact, we will not allow the white nation and the colored nation and the Indian nation to be exterminated by thugs. My brothers and sisters, you can either agree with me or disagree. It doesn't make any difference in my life. But I hope you will agree with me. If we're now going to declare war, we are committing genocidal suicide. It's time for us to sit back and wait. We will wait on God. We will wait on people appointed by God. And then there'll be a surprise. It's like a surprise birthday party. The only time this party will not be bearing gifts. It will be bearing much more than gifts. South Africa, I beg you tonight on this evening to trust God and trust men and women of this country and abroad to be patient and be still and wait. In a war or an urban terrorism or genocide or hate, there's going to be casualties. There's going to be casualties along the way. But I can tell you now, as I sit here this evening with a young daughter of 15 and a daughter of 19, a mother of 87 and a girlfriend of 50, trust God. Please, my brothers and sisters, the time is not right. When the time is right, the revenge will be the Lord's. And the Lord sends in His men and His women to take the revenge. There's been plenty opportunity for people and for organizations to take revenge. Maar die tyd is nog nie reg nie. En jy kan vir my sê, maar daar's mense wat vermoor word, ons weet dit. But we can't have a case of young fathers going out to impress their wives that they are Clint Eastwood. The element of surprise in safeguarding our nation is exactly that. The element of surprise. The element of calmness, cool heads, and a mission. Not a gung-ho strategy to kill one or two of the enemy of the white people.
Okay, guys, I'm going to get back to that in a second. I've got some fresh new video footage coming through, and we're trying our best here because look, there's so much happening at Brackenfell. Believe me. Let's just have a look at what I'm getting. Here we go. Okay, this is in Brackenfell today. You can see the police are there, the ambulances are there. Roads are being blocked off. It's all happening at Brackenfell. Let's continue. We've seen that's video footage of the buses arriving.
Lena, ek is baie jammer, maar baie minder mense van ons opgedaag as wat ons verwag. Die polisie laat busse vol met wapens deur. Ons het vir hulle die foto's gegee. So ons try ons bes om surveillance en goed te doen. Ek neem video's waar ek kan. Maar ja, is nie genoeg mense van ons om dit te doen nie, en die polisie laat ons ook nie naby aan die goed.
Okay, what he's saying is that the police have got weapons and they're armed up. While I'm just waiting for that other video to come through. Here it comes now.
Dis nou 'n verraaier lyk mense. Dis nou 'n verraaier lyk.
A traitor. A white guy, a member of the Economic Freedom Riders. Can you believe it?
Confused young man.
Let's continue and have a look at what else is going on here.
Marlena, okay, ek het jou gesê van die 5 busse vol wapens wat die polisie nie gekeer het nie. Die polisie het ook toegelaat dat hulle meer as 400 bymekaar kom al, en ons verwag ook 'n hele trein vol van wat hulle inkom. Soos ek sê, ons is baie besig. Kyk, nommerplate, is baie verdagte mense wat rondry, en ons is nie soveel mense soos wat ons gedink het ons gaan nie wees nie. So ja, dis maar so.
Sorry, it's
Daar is
itsy bitsy guys, but this is live.
baie van hulle wat aankom.
And that lady's just said there are a heck of a lot of EFF people coming into the town of Brackenfell. That's a Kill the Boer song you can hear in the background. Look at that.
Nou vra ek jou, waar is die permit vir 100? 'n Permit vir 100 en dis net die een pad in Brackenfell. Ja, daar skree hulle, kill the boer. Maar dis fyn. Dis fyn vir hulle om sulke kak te sê. Daar's pangas, daar's knopkieries wat ek sien. Mense, hier kom stront.
Wow, got big knives and they've got sticks with a big head on them. They're called knob carries. That's armed. This is absolutely ridiculous, guys. Look, I have to tell you that video there, where you saw several hundred EFF members coming down the street. Now remember, the permit allows for just 100 people to protest. As this lady said, that's just one little group that are protesting around Brackenfell at the moment and causing chaos. This is totally out of control. And of course, the South African Police Service have lost control of the situation already. It is absolutely ridiculous. Let's go on and let's see what the next video is all about. Okay, here we go.
As vir die skool, ek was heel police. Ja.
Oh, die polisie is daar.
No.
Okay, let's keep going. I've got a bunch of video clips here that are coming through to me now. And I do apologize that it's not totally live at this stage because we are getting these videos from citizens. That's Julius Malema in the suit. Okay, I think you can get the idea of what's happening at Brackenfell. This is absolutely ridiculous. 100 people, that's a permit, 100 people. Okay, that's another group of the freedom fighters in Brackenfell. Let's keep going. This isn't Brackenfell, this is probably in Alright guys, as I said, I'm just playing the videos that come through to me as they come through, so that's what we're going with. This is at Brackenfell. See the police spraying the protesters.
Now they all ran.
Water cannons from both sides spraying them. This is South Africa today, guys. This is South Africa. One 5'6" tall terrorist called Julius Malema is causing all this shit.
Yeah, they're all crowding down. Oh, they're stuck stukkie stuck in the mud. Stuck in blue fucking paint, ja.
Okay, guys, that's kind of giving you a situation on the ground of what's happening in Brackenfell at the moment. And you can see it's nowhere near midday yet. It's getting close to 11 o'clock in South Africa, which is an hour before the protest was supposed to have started. Clearly, there's no management of the people who are coming into the town. Clearly, the whole thing is completely chaotic. And I'm going to now just play you some more footage of that same protest, but from a different angle, coming through from another group. Here we are. Let me see if I can get it up for you.
We are currently live here in Brackenfell. As you see, EFF members are being displaced by the law enforcement with water cannons, and it's a bit hectic here. There's a man on the floor.
She's only got me one.
Why would a magistrate give a permit out to a terrorist organization like this? They've got shambles in it.
This man has been injured.
I don't know why they shoot that.
Let's remember that this is a legal protest. EFF did get permit to have this protest here today.
For 100
they haven't
people,
even made it to the school yet.
They were allowed to bring in 100 people. If that's 100 people, then I'm sorry, guys. I'm a chameleon. See, they're calling the police racist because he's white, that guy with the shamrock. Now, if that isn't antagonism, I don't know what is.
But you are racist. You are racist. No, you are racist.
Please remember to subscribe to Loving Life to be kept informed, guys. This is where it all happens on the Loving Life channel. Okay, Cassius says 100 or 500 is the same. What happened last time? Well, look, this isn't even 500. This is several thousand economic freedom fighters when the permit says 100 are allowed. And the police are doing nothing to send them home. Yeah, Hank said it. That's absolutely right, Hank. Great logic. Let the buses through, then shoot at them. This is live footage, guys, so this isn't a documentary, okay? So we're just taking the footage as it comes through. What is this white woman doing there? Oh, she's with a camera. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I don't want to lose
apparently
you.
there
Stay
are about
here, stay with me.
7,000 people.
You don't hit your leg. On the stone. Are you kidding me? On the stone. So I don't even want to open my button. She wants to put it on the live. One of our reporters just got injured.
Joe?
You can see she got hit by a stone.
The e-beggar Ronaldo is on Chris's live stream and insinuating you're stealing Chris's videos. What a load of crap!
The police are moving back.
Yeah, well, you know what I think of RG, so I'm not going to get too excited by that. Yeah, Chillin says no students are attending Brackenfell school today.
Octavia,
Classes have been
did you check
cancelled.
the saw?
That's exactly right.
Lift it up just to see. That's right.
And Matthias says this is absolutely disgusting. Julius Malema should be in jail. Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head, mate. Hit the nail on the head. And the economic freedom fighters, it should be disbanded. It's not a political group, it's a terrorist organization.
It's quite intense here today. Very,
Okay, guys,
intense.
we've got nearly 2,000 people watching. Please remember to subscribe to Loving Life to be kept informed. We bring you the best live videos on the internet. We've done this so many times with live streams, like Senecal. Okay, this is live footage, guys. We're just watching what's going on.
They were the violent protesters. Yes. Because they
Clearly, there's a large number of economic freedom fighters in Brackenfell, and they're not there to have a party. They're there to cause trouble. Now, the rumor is, just for the record, that the EFF had a strategy where they're going to have people who will have their outfits, the EFF red shirts and the caps and stuff, but there are going to be a large number of people who will have nothing. They'll be like jeans and t-shirts and won't look like they're part of the EFF, and they're the ones who are going to cause the trouble. And when the trouble or the shit hits the fan, then they're going to say, or the EFF are going to say, oh, that wasn't us, that wasn't us, that was some guys causing trouble. This is apparently the strategy of the EFF into this. And guys, I'm going to be fairly brutal on the side chat, so if there's anyone causing trouble, I'm just going to ban them from this channel, okay? So please behave yourselves.
PAC. Where is Andile?
please move away. All the private people move away from me, please. Only police members, law enforcement, the rest move away. Right in the media, right? Media can time on.
Yes, maar Saibu.
Okay, things seem to have quietened down on the street. Just a few minutes ago, there was hundreds of EFF members walking up the street, and they got a bath. They got a free bath, probably the first one they've had in weeks.
But the thing is, they fired before. That's what I'm saying. The group didn't do anything. They were just walking to where they're supposed to go. That's why they said we didn't do anything. Why are you firing grenades at us?
Well, they're firing grenades at them because they're only supposed to be 100 protesters. That's why they're firing
And the
grenades.
tweet is hotspot me just so I can send this tweet. Okay.
Okay, guys, that's the latest updates we got coming through. I've got another video to show you, which I'll just get up happening now. Just give me a second. Wow. This is going to be a very interesting day, believe me. Very, very interesting day. Now, let's get back into this one. Here we are. Okay. Right, now let's remember it's an hour before the actual protest is supposed to
It's
start.
only gotten worse in the past 30 years, and today I think we want to have that confrontation with these whites. So these private security guys standing there with their guns, they're threatening us, the PPA has been threatening us. It's a violent state to live in, and today I think it's time we fight back.
Okay, now that's interesting. That's a white guy who's actually an Economic Freedom Fighters member. And let's have a good look at this guy, shall we? Here he is here. Let me put it up. This is what you call a traitor. There he is. Let's make him famous, shall we? There he is in his EFF regalia. All right. Now, let me have a look at the side chat and see what's happening, guys. Let's just see. Okay. And thanks, Marlena. Keep on sending through those videos. And, yeah, look, I'm keeping a watcher with the contacts that I have in Facebook and other areas. And we will certainly be pushing those videos out when we get them. Now, okay. Let's see. All right, so for those who've just joined the live stream right now, what we've shown is videos of literally hundreds, and this is still early days, hundreds of EFF protesters walking through the streets of Brackenfell, singing and chanting. That infamous song, Kill the Boer, has been sung, and I've got video footage here on this channel of that. And it is just absolutely crazy. Okay, I've got another video that's just come through, and this is how it's going to work, guys. We'll just, as the videos come through, I will just put them up here. And yeah, here we go. It's coming up now. Okay, this is very similar to the one that I showed earlier.
Hey!
Okay, I've got some more video footage coming through, guys, and let's play that for you right now. Hang on, let me just get this one out of the way. I've just got to keep things in order, otherwise I get completely lost. Okay, here we go. This is from the Economic Freedom Fighters side. I do apologize about it being on its side, but that's how the footages are coming through. See how many of them have got knob carries? Those big sticks. Okay, I'm going to get back to that video in a second, guys. I do apologize that it's on its side, but we've got some breaking news which I need to share with you regarding what's going on in Brackenfell. And here we are here. Okay, now this is very, very disturbing. Okay, this is what we were talking about last night when I had General Isaac van Zyl on. And the concern about the parents and the supporters not having a permit while the economic freedom fighters do. Let's just see what the police have to say. Here we go.
An order in Brackenfell, irrespective of who you are. But we are just here to police one event, one gathering with one permit. That has been granted to the EFF. Everything else that we have here now, we are not going to allow. So I'm giving you until 10 o'clock, 10 hours. I want all of these things removed. All of these people must be dispersed. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day.
Hello? Sorry, Colonel. Colonel, I've got a question.
An order in Brackenfell, irrespective of who you are.
What you just heard there was the police fellow saying basically that the supporters of the students and those who are trying to protect the town have got to disperse. They can't gather. It's an illegal protest, and the only one who's got a legal permit are the economic freedom fighters. Now, that to me is a load of bullcrap. You know, how can you be giving the economic freedom fighters a legal permit when this is the residents' town that's been invaded by these guys, and they're not allowed to defend their town? They leave it to the absolutely incompetent South African police service. Anyway, let's get on with some more footage from through the economic freedom fighters side of things. Here we go.
Huh? On what? This is just the start, my friend. We're going to Clifton next. Right, start of the land speaking.
Yes, that's young upstart again, BFF member.
So you're saying this is the start? Yeah, we're going to Clifton, Santon. We need to take those properties. The Brackenfell whites are too poor.
This guy is ruining his life. Lie down with dogs, get up with speed. He's going to learn a quick lesson about that one, isn't he?
Sure. Linda, I'm fine.
Okay, let's get back to the current situation in Brackenfell, which is not good. There are thousands of economic freedom fighters who are just all over the place in the small community. Remember, this all started because of a matric dance where all the matriculants were invited. There was a 5 R entry fee to help pay for the costs. It was a private event. It was not organized by the school. But the economic freedom fighters don't let the truth get in the way of a good protest or riot, depending on how you look at it. They just decided that they were going to call the school racist, which is the way they operate. And what you see now is history. You got several thousand, they say up to 7,000 economic freedom fighters protesting throughout the town or the community. I would not be surprised to see something really ugly happening, because, you know, look, the community have had enough. Can you imagine if this was happening in your neck of the woods? It's just not on. You don't do this sort of crap. I just find it extraordinary. But it is what it is. And I'm going to play you a little bit of the video clip that or the live stream that I took last night when I was speaking to General Isaac van Zyl and General Koos van Zyl. And we were talking then about what is going to happen in Brackenfell. So let me just get that going, guys.
I think up to today, we had more farm murders in South Africa than we had the past 2 years combined. And that is a shocking figure. And that's why the white people mobilized to Senekal, just to meet this EFF there who had false intentions that they had to protect the state against the so-called aggressive farmers, which was not the case. And Senekal 2 proved that. What happened in Senekal 1 was isolated incidents. There was no proper command and control. There was no proper planning in Iraqi beforehand, and that's why individuals saw the opportunity to get aggressive against the police and to break the law in that regard. But at Senekal 2, there was no threat whatsoever from the side of the white people and the Boer people who attended Senekal 2. The interest in Brackenfell, they have no interest in Brackenfell at all. Because what happened at the school was not driven by the school, and they cannot keep the school responsible for pupils and learners who organized a matric farewell party in private. According to our information, the group who organized that private party also invited the black students who didn't want to pay the fee that was involved. And therefore, they didn't attend that party. Now they are mobilizing in their thousands, to do what? To go and plunder, to go and steal and rob, to go and commit crimes. That is what their interest they are, nothing else. And we know, you know, Scott, and I know that they are not there to demonstrate or to protest or to, what do they call it, picket. They are there to demolish and to destroy. And that is why I am saying they have no interest there.
Well, rumors are that the EFF strategy on Friday is to have a large number of people not in their regalia who will go out and cause trouble, possibly damage. Those wearing the EFF regalia or outfits will then claim that they had nothing to do with the troublemakers. I'm going to just put a question to you, Koos. Firstly, just in response to what I said to or asked Isaac earlier, is there something you'd like to talk about there with the EFF in Senekal and Brackenfell, and this strategy, which apparently is the one that they're going to use at Brackenfell tomorrow?
Yes, if you look at this situation from the political side, it is quite clear that the ANC and the EFF are quite the same organization, with the EFF with certain orders to terrorize the white people as much as they could do it and try and stay out of jail after doing it. But they succeed up to now with the help of the South African police. That is quite clear.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. In fact, I would just add to that at Senekal 2, Bekesele and Julius Malema were seated beside each other in the courtroom, talking to each other. What does that say to you? Koos?
That say that they are the same organization, and they are driven with the big money from outside this country to terrorize the whites in this country and to drive the whites out of this country. Big money don't want white people in this country, and that is clear. Everything is quite clear. Just listen and look at the media.
Yeah.
Everyone with something between his ears can see that.
Well, I have to say that we call the mainstream media in South Africa fake news because they just completely ignore so much. But if something fits their spin, like what happened to Senekal 2, they put their spin on it and make it out like the white minority group were the troublemakers, which is quite extraordinary. What are your thoughts on that, Isaac?
Yeah, I fully agree, Scott. And I touched on the agenda of the EFF, and the similar agenda is driven by the ANC. After Brackenfell won, Mr. Ramaphosa made one statement, and that was to criticize the hooliganism that was displayed by the white people.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I've got some more footage coming through, so let's play that to you right now. Remember, this is happening all over Brackenfell, so it's very hard to keep up with what's going on in one particular location, but we'll do our best. Okay, here we go. Let's start this little clip. Sorry, guys, I'm just fighting with my computer here. Okay, let me just talk to you while I'm just fighting with my computer. The situation currently is that we are having videos coming through about what's going on in Brackenfell, and we're putting these videos up as soon as we can. Now, why can't I get rid of this thing? Okay, there we go. Now I can. Great. Now we can get started. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is more footage coming through in Brackenfell. Okay, so I think you can get the idea that it's not looking good at Brackenfell at the moment. Now I'm just going to have a look at what else we've got coming through the streams. I can tell you now that there's not much coming through my contacts at this stage, so I'm just waiting for the next batch of videos. Yeah, let's have a look here. Now, I'm going to have a look at the side chat and just see what's happening there, because I've been neglecting that. Okay, let's just see now. Yeah, TB says exceeding their permit of 100, no social distances. Cop do nothing about that. What a load of bullshit. I couldn't agree more. Chilling says, can everyone out there naming or shaming people? It's irrelevant to the actions of criminals. Bradley says, at Loving Life, one burning question I have is why the EFF still a police party? Should the ANC not dissolve the political group? Can they? Of course they can. But you've got to understand that the economic freedom fighters are actually the military arm or the terrorist arm of the ANC. They're very close to the ANC. Look at Julius Malema sitting down next to Bekesele at Senekal in the courthouse. They're having a good chat. Don't believe me, these guys are just one and the same. The economic freedom fighters are the terrorist arm of the ANC. Yeah, the EFF are running like scared little rabbits, really. You're absolutely on the money. Okay, let me just have a look, guys, and see if anything new is coming through on the feeds that I have. I'm trying to keep you up to date with things as they happen. And I'm obviously dependent on the people who are supplying me the footage. So we're doing what we can. Okay, let's go back one there. Wow. I've just had a very disturbing text sent to me, but let's see what happens. I don't want to say anything. Hopefully we'll be getting some video footage on that soon. Now, I've got a question for the 1,600 people watching the live stream at the moment. If you think the magistrate should have given the economic freedom fighters a permit to protest, type 1. If you think they should never have given the economic freedom fighters a permit to protest, please just type 2 in the side chat. Let's see what the general consensus is of people watching this right now. So 1 if you think that the EFF should have got a permit at Brackenfell, or 2 if you think they should not have got a permit at Brackenfell. Bloodwolf says it's 2 kilometers from my house, but I have to work. Not all of us can afford to go and stand and dance like idiots. Yeah, exactly right. Well, I hope that you're good. Okay, overwhelmingly 2. So that permit by popular agreement should not have been handed out to the EFF. Absolutely extraordinary. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's just ridiculous that they were given a permit. And we can see the fruits of that permit right now. And then the police saying to the parents and the white supporters, go home, you don't have a permit. This is what we talked about last night on the live stream with Isaac van Zyl and his father, General Koos van Zyl. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, if you haven't subscribed to Loving Life, to please subscribe to Loving Life, because we do have live streams most nights at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, and we cover a range of very interesting subjects. If you just go to the Loving Life homepage and look at our live streams, you'll see what's actually happening. Okay. There's definitely a break in the video footage coming through at the moment from my contacts, but that's okay. It'll start coming through again, then we'll have a backlog. I've done so many live streams, I know what happens, guys. Believe me, I know what happens. Oh, wow. Yeah, by the way, that EFF youth leader is Jack Markowitz from the University of Cape Town. And they say it's quite funny and significant that is a youth leader, I'm not going to say that, of an organization that the Democratic Alliance describes as black Nazis. He was the first to hide behind police lines when the stun grenades started going off. He took his red EFF shirt off and hid behind the police in a white shirt. Well, that just sounds just like an EFF member to me, but anyway, that's my perspective. I'm going to just go back to Adam Hall and his comments earlier about what is happening today, because, sorry, not Adam Hall, Anthony Hall, because he's got some very interesting things to say. Let me just get this going, guys. Here we go.
If tonight you are united and we are united in prayer, God knows exactly what is going on with his people. Be careful, my friends, who you talk to. Because there are many pariahs in this country. The man who interrupted me at Henneman the day or so ago and spoke to me about a video of brutal murders sent me a WhatsApp this evening to say, I'm sorry. I immediately forgave him. Because I was unfortunately involved in the riots, in the vicious, violent riots in the 80s. I know what it's like to shoot people dead. I know what it's like to have people shot next to me dead. And I know what it's like to have the grace of God that I wasn't shot dead. There are no winners in war. So young men I'm talking to you now who don't know war. You've never been to war. You think war is just going out and shooting. It's not. The winning of a war is tactical, strategy, planning, organization, hit, finished and clear.
Okay, guys, we got some more video footage coming through
So
that
I'm
I'm going
begging
to
the young
just
men,
put on. We'll get back
just
to Anthony
remember,
later. Okay, let me just get that out of the way. Okay, here we go.
Alright, hulle het so pas hier probeer hierdie lyn breek. Ek weet nie waar aan gegaan het, die so rukkie gebreek. En hulle het hier deur die lyn probeer bars. As ek reg is, nie heel seker wat gebeur het nie. Ek het hier met Willem Petser sit gesels. Ja. En Trent 'n groep van so 50 het die weg gebreek. Dink hulle wil van die media invat. Die brandkanonne, alles is weer opgesit. So weet ek, die vermoede was iets wat tans skrap en skote gaan seker na enige oomblik klap. Saps is op gereedheid.
Filing for online. Ja, it is klar.
Gesig lyk bekend. Die vra hulle almal moet terugstaan. So dis vermoed dat die poppe gaan aan 'n dans. En nog geen, Malema is hier so, maar geen sig vir hom, he. Ja. Op my batterij hou het ook, man, ek sien ek is nou so halfpad. So ek gaan dan nou begin spaar. So ja. Dis 'n baie son hier so, is altyd. Hulle wat so baie kak praat anyway. Ek het respek vir die dame, sy het nou al 'n hele paar smaadroepe gemaak. Baie respek vir haar. Ek ken haar ook van ander tonele, as mens dit so kan noem. Sy het 'n bang haar op haar koppie. En daai media dame het 'n helmet op. Maar mense, ek gaan maar nou net weer gesny. Ek sal onmiddellik online kom as iets gebeur, so yes, Eloise. Goed om jou hier te sien, en goed, so ja, as ek sê mense, ek het so halwe battery hoor, ek glo die ding gaan nog 'n hele ruk vat. Ek sal onmiddellik weer op lyn, sal er iets gebeur. So ja, dankie julle.
Okay, so that's just another update, guys, coming through to us. Let me just get that out of the way, and let's get back to some more video footage that's coming through. While I'm just setting this up, you can look at my ugly mug. Where are we? Here we go. Okay, this is a short video clip that's coming through via WhatsApp. And I'll just get this all sorted, then we'll have it up. Just gives you another perspective of what's happening at Brackenfell. Here we go. Remember, in about 20 minutes, they're going to be handing over this famous or infamous memorandum to the school teachers, or the principal of the school. Absolutely incredible. I just cannot believe that this is actually happening. You can't make this shit up. This is the only country in the world where you would have this situation, which is so explosive, being allowed to happen. Okay, let's go back to Anthony Hall, see what he has to say while we're just waiting for more footage to come through. Let me just get this happening here, guys. It won't be a second. Okay. Here we go.
Young men and women, but mainly the young men, that are big men of all colors and are ready to go out and fight at Brackenfell. You must remember, young men, that you've got wives and you may have young children. Do you want them to grow up alone? Because you will be a hero, sir. But you will only be a hero for a week, and someone else will take your hero status. Martyrs, my friends, my young men of South Africa, first young boys, martyrs die at the stake. Martyrs are celebrated until their cause is eaten. Martyrs are put on a pedestal until the person leading that organization of which you're a martyr for has had enough publicity, unity from your dead body. Don't be a dead hero. And don't think you're a coward if you don't go to Brackenfell.
Okay, guys, we got some more video footage coming through. I'll just put that on for you now. Give me a second. Okay, here we go.
Ja, dis al weer 'n bietjie nader. As ek net kyk van hierdie media, ek sit en luister wat hulle praat en hoe hulle absoluut vir die EFF is. Al die geselsies, hoe hardhandig SAPS al klaar met hulle was. Want hier nou net so vinnige insident gebeur wat 2-3 van hulle wil skool toe stap en hulle is letterlik plat gebliksem. So ek moet weer veel idee gee wat nie wag. Success actually redelijk vervelig. Is nie veel wat gebeur nie. Hulle lyk so 'n gebedsgroepie gemaak het in die warm bloedige dag. So ja. Obviously groepie wat jy hou van die son nie. Dink hulle begin al klaar moeg raak. Ons het weer 'n splintergroepie wat hier onderaan kom. Dink hulle het almal Red Bulls gehad, skors gedrink. So ja. Ek wil net wel noem, ek weet so ek sê, weer is daar baie mense is dit nou baie groot gebeurtenis. Maar die eens hap na bubbles. Where's our berei? Where's our berei from? Maar anyway, as ek uit data sou hardloop, van die mense wat my ken, miskien my nommer het of iets, miskien maar net weer stuur, en ek sal maar net regmaak met julle. En dan gaan ek net nog weer vandag breek en dan gaan ek my spaar gou vandag gaan koop. dink hulle beplan hy iets hierso. Ek hoop SAPS is wakker genoeg. Mense kan ook screenshots vat van al hierdie knopkieries en bokke. So ja, kyk maar. Dink hulle probeer linies vorm hierso. Kyk as hulle miskien SAPS kan terugdruk. Er is een paar insults wat hier naar mijn kant toe komt. Dreigementen en SAPS.
This is outside the Brackenfell school. High school. Okay, I've got some new, fresh videos that have come through, guys, so I'm going to play those for you now. Let me just set it up. We now have the EFF leadership arriving with their memorandum, which they're going to hand over apparently to the principal of the high school. Let me just see if I can get that happening. Here we go. I'll just get it up. Okay, here we are.
Yes. So what I want us to do to agree, they said you understand?
That's apparently Marshal Dlamini.
We have got our truck. We're going to hand over to Moranda and then the stick. So once we are ready, spoken to this gentleman here, once we are ready, we're going to move there peacefully up until Tuatrap will hand over the memorandum.
Okay, so what he's talking about there is handing over the memorandum where they call the Brackenfell High School a racist school. And okay, I've got a comment here from Caesar. Please lower the volume for the shared videos. They are too loud. We are unable to hear your commentary through the chanting. Well, Caesar, this is a live stream. I'm sorry if it's not perfect, but I'm doing my best, okay? I really am sorry if it's not perfect. Nothing is perfect when it comes to a live stream, believe me. Now, let's continue with this discussion about the memorandum. I'll just get the video footage up for you guys. Here we go. This is hot off the press.
Official convener, where is Mr. Mr. Tago is my junior, Marshal Lamin, I'm the Secretary General of the EFF. So we do all these people. know you're speaking to say in terms of reconciliation.
Yes.
So what I want us to do is to agree. They said you want me to
Call now Prince, yes?
So once you agree, we have got our track. We're going to hand over the memorandum and then stick. So once we are ready, spoken to this gentleman here, once we are ready, we're going to move there peacefully up until to our track and hand over the memorandum and close it. So we want to agree on that process.
Now you see, this is where there's confusion. The last discussion I had with Mr. Trejo, the truck is going to be moved from where it is at the school, and the truck is coming here to the initial point where you'll be holding your items. Because remember, in terms of the agreement, 100 persons are marching from here to the school. That is the agreement that was reached, that was signed for by Mr. Trejo as the convener of the organization. So you are coming here now, Mr. Dlamini, with conflicting from what me and him discussed.
So what you need to do, here you want to make sure that you find the right way of doing this thing so that there is no agitation, because now we agree that we're going to assembly.
Yes.
And you guys, when you assemble here, you started.
Okay, what's actually going on there, guys, is that the police have now actually taken the EFF to account that their permit only allows for 100 people to attend this protest, and there are thousands of them all over the place. And he's saying, what the heck is going on? Well, I've been saying that all along. You know, the protest is supposed to be limited to 100 people. And the EFF have completely gone contrary to that from the very start. They said there are going to be thousands of people there. They've trucked in thousands of people. And now the issue that the police have got is that this is completely contrary to what was agreed with the permit. But, you know, what can you expect when you're dealing with the economic freedom fighters? They're a bunch of complete... Yeah, there are no rules. There's no moral compass. They just do what they want to do. They really don't care. Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, while we're waiting for some more footage to come through, is I'm just going to play you a little bit more from last night's live stream when I was with General Isaac van Zyl and his father, Koos van Zyl, when we were talking about what was happening at Brackenfell. As soon as we get more video, we will cross directly back to that. But this will give me the opportunity to see what's happening through my contacts on this live stream. Okay, here we go. Let's get this started.
But he never questioned the fact that the EFF doesn't have any concern there. They don't have any concern there. And the mandate given by them is a false mandate. It's a false mandate based on lies. And now they want to intimidate the white people in their own historic town where they are the residents, their own land.
Yeah.
And that should stop. And that we issued several warnings to the government and to Mr. Ramaphosa. And seemingly he was phoned by Biden from America, but I don't care. I want to see if Biden is going to stay in the presidency after the corruption investigations. But Mr. Ramaphosa should take note that the mobilization of the white people are very imminent and aggressive. And there will be a point in time where we, as the leaders of safety groups and safety organizations and self-defense organizations, will not be able to control the people. And then we are going to have a situation which Malema wants in this country, what we call an unleaded war. A war that is not controlled and is not going to be and people cannot be held responsible for that war. Leaderships, organizations, political parties will not be held responsible for what is going to emanate. And if the young farmers, and I believe that the young people between 18 and 40 are fed up. And if they are going to take the streets and the saboteurs are going to start operating in this country, I'm feeling sorry for the ANC. Because if they are going to gain momentum, the Boer people are going to unite behind those guys. And I can tell you that we are going to take this country back from the Cape up to the northern part of Zimbabwe.
Right. Now, there is one thing that is the tragic aspect behind this, is that a large percentage, a very large percentage of the African population, I'm talking about the black African population, don't want to be part of what the EFF are doing. You know, they despise the economic freedom fighters. It appears that it's the younger blacks who've been indoctrinated who are with Julius Malema. And I think we need to make that clear, because, you know, what Malema is doing is inciting racism quite openly. And yet the only thing that the South African Human Rights Commission is investigating in Brackenfell is whether that dance was causing racial division because only whites went to it. I mean, how ridiculous is that? They're not even looking at the EFF at all. Yeah, carry on, Isaac.
I was very clear in the past, and I'm still very clear on that, and that is that the EFF are a bunch of criminals, and they represent only 1% perhaps of the whole black population.
Yeah.
I was recently called after Senekal, and you cannot believe it. I was called by black people in leadership positions. I was called by colored people in leadership positions.
Right.
And they asked me if they can join the Boerelegioen. And not one or two, I can name about 20, 30 of them.
Right.
Who called me in leadership positions, they want to join the Boerelegioen. And I told them, go and form a Zulu Legion, go and form a Swazi Legion, go and form a colored Legion, and we can join forces. The generals can come together and start talking about getting rid of this rubbish in South Africa.
Okay, guys, we've got some more video footage coming through, so I'm just going to put that up for you now. Thanks, Marlena. Here we go. This is outside the school.
Yo, some below. Man, kom met je light.
Well, it does look like the police are doing their job at the moment, which is good. Good thing.
Yo. Skitalo.
Okay, so that's the latest video footage we got coming through, guys. Yeah, it's coming through in bits and pieces at the moment, so I'll just keep on playing this live stream from last night, and as soon as I get videos, I'll cross back to that again. This absolute pariah. That's great to hear. Now, Koos, is there something you'd like to add to what we've just been talking about?
No, I think this is a very clear position, looking from a political side to it. But there is one thing that people do not understand very well in this country. And that is that the white people, most of them, want to be peaceful. They want to try and contain the situation from a peaceful platform. Therefore, the Boerelegioen, situated right behind the South African police, is in the best situation to handle everything that can happen in this country. They are not there to make war. They are there to handle the onslaught on this country through the Justice Department forever. They can handle it. And if the South African police fails because of their weak training, the Boerelegioen people are trained people, people with know-how, people with know-how in the midst of everything that happened in the past. They know how to handle it in a way that cannot be branded as war.
Right.
Or even terrorism.
Or even terrorism. And the white people in this country must realize that this is the only place where they can react on everything in safety, not to being put in jail themselves, because it's not necessary. If you cry war and war and war, you must take your weapon and you must murder everyone in front of you.
Destroy the enemy.
Destroy the enemy. But the situation where the Boerelegioen finds itself now is in a place where life and property is being looked after, not to be destroyed.
Right. Now, I just want to make a statement that, and that is that the white population, when they voted in 1992 to move to a democracy, they bought into the promise of a rainbow nation. And what has happened is, under the ANC, they have been handed a genocide. I have absolutely no doubt that this is what's happening in South Africa today with the EFF, that terrorist organization doing what it's doing, basically mimics what happened with the Nazis against the Jews back in the 1930s, 1940s. And what we've got unfolding in South Africa is a similar situation, the very early stages. And of course, the call to war is being fomented by Julius Malema and his outrageous speeches that he makes to his supporters, which is quite disgusting. Now, we have touched on the police earlier. Isaac, how should the South African Police Service display an apolitical role? In other words, be the police and not be another arm of the economic freedom fighters, for example.
They should be very careful on how they are conducting unrest situations where there's different factions standing opposite each other. Their body language are giving them away. We are sitting with footage where they are turning their backs on the EFF, putting the barrels of their guns in the direction of the small groups of white people who stood there and who also participated in the protest actively. There was even violent situations where people were attacked. But they cannot afterwards come and tell us that the only attacks came from the white side. The attacks were started by the EFF, who entered community in town where they had no concern. And all that white people did there, and the minority group of people, the parents of that school did there, was to protect the interest of the school and to protect their children against the EFF, who has got a reputation, a very bad reputation of damaging and destroying and violating and looting property and even assaulting people and intimidating people. And that is the role that the police have to play, is to be very careful that with even body language, they don't take side, because that will be a very, very bad day in the history of South Africa if we can prove that the police took the side of the EFF in a situation where the EFF didn't have any interest in.
Well, don't you think the fact that Brackenfell sits down next to Julius Malema at Senekal says it all?
It says it all, and he cannot tell me that he didn't know. He's not stupid. He knew very well what message his cahoots relationship with Julius Malema will cause. And we didn't do anything, and we didn't say anything afterwards, and there was not even one media report written about the situation there. But me as a media analyst myself and a strategic communicator can tell you that he did it with the intention to provoke the white people.
All right, guys, we got some more video footage coming through, so I'm going to play that for you. I do apologize for the occasional break, but I've got to wait for the footage to come through. It's a very, very technically complicated task, so here we go. Let's start off with this. This is the economic freedom fighters in Brackenfell. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I've got a few videos in this lot. This is, just for the record, this is from one of the people supplying me videos. Let me get back to here while I'm just sorting this out. Okay, here we are. And this is some more footage from the EFF in Brackenfell. Right outside Malema's stage. I don't know what that guy's doing with that All right, guys, there you have the latest sets. You can see they're outside the stage. They're ready to, I guess they're waiting for their leader. I think Julius Malema is going to be attending to come out and talk to them. They're supposed to be limited to only 100 people, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. Now, I've got another video that's just come through, which I will put up so we can have a look at that too. Give me a second, guys. Okay, here we go. Wow, you got no idea how many windows I got open here. It's quite extraordinary. Dozens and dozens and dozens. Okay, here we go. So let me get that up, and then we'll get you guys onto it. And here we go.
Please step away. Please step away so with your lady, please. So, at this moment in time, as I'm standing here now, no other permit for anybody has been granted to have a gathering in Brackenfell. So I'm going to request you to take down your tent, inform all your participants, all your people, that you need to disperse from it. We will not allow you to be here because you do not have a permit. If you wanted to have this gathering, you could have approached the city of Cape Town, and I'm sure they would have also granted you a permit to be here today. But at this moment in time, we are not going to allow you here, so I'm going to give you a chance, address your supporters and your people, then you pack up your things. We want you to disperse from here.
We're going to get a permit from the city of Cape Town, but the EFF only announced that they were coming here on Monday. Tuesday, we got the invitation, and we were then advised that there would not be enough time. My understanding, the EFF is putting on a public display, and we are here with the community. Many of us live in the community, and our houses are just up the road. We're just here to peacefully observe their protest.
So we cannot allow it. Not in the form or shape that you are. This constitutes a gathering. No gatherings will be allowed other than the one that this permit has been issued for. So I'm giving you time now. What is the time? 9:34. By 10:00 hours, 10 o'clock, I'm giving you ample time. All of these things must be done, and all of these people must have been dispersed.
No, sorry. It's not the donor, bro. In other words, they're giving them the right. Yeah, ons dan.
I want you presently at your residence. Because anything that you are thinking or contemplating, the police are here to handle everything today. So it is my express wish that you return to your residence. I promise you, no sir, I'm addressing this gentleman here. Don't come from the side and just shout at me. When you're done, this is what we require from you. We are here for your safety as well. We can absolutely guarantee your safety as residents of Brackenfell. We would request you to go to your homes. Leave all of this and gathering on street corners and things. SAPS is here today. We will manage everything. We can give you those guarantees. As a South African Police Service, we are here to maintain law and order in Brackenfell, irrespective of who you are. But we are just here to police one event, one gathering with one permit. That is
for 100 people. And there's already more than 100
else that we have here now, we are not going to allow. So I'm giving you until 10 o'clock, 10:00 hours. I want all of these things removed.
Okay, guys, that's what happened to the Cape Party, who had a little protest out there. You can see that went kind of pear-shaped. Apparently, the only people who had a permit for protesting or rioting in Brackenfell were the economic freedom fighters. Now, isn't it interesting that they were only ones who were able to get a permit? Quite extraordinary. I mean, this is absolute BS, quite honestly. I don't understand how they got that permit. But what I'm going to do now is play you some more footage coming out live from Brackenfell. And let's just get this up here.
So there's a bus that just came.
Now, Brackenfell is a small community near Cape Town. Can you imagine how they would be feeling right now with all this going on? Just absolutely extraordinary.
Let's go back to the discussions on that side. Die lyn breek. Ek het net aan gegaan het die so rukkie gebreek. En laat die deur die lyn probeer bars. Reg is just missed it.
I can't guarantee your safety. For I think for your own safety, rather say it. Wat kan je daar braaf vallen? Kaptein, hulle was so 30. Hoeveel geld is hulle nou?
No, ja. Van die fans. En dat was wat alle de koning.
Met die prijs hier.
Se la pelea pe que ja, samen straight up.
Alright. Let's passie probeer die lyn breek.
So yeah, I'm gonna hand it right.
Yes, those old. And you have a shorts on at least. Imagine that.
Each and every person that, but once you have racism and white supremacy coming out, we'll cut it. This is white parties. Sorry? The white parties. Black parties. No. EFF is not about anything that has to do with black and white. Remember we said
I'm talking about the school party that they had. Because that's why you guys are here. The school party in Brackenfell. Don't you know about that?
Yeah, I know about the school. Yeah. Oh, the party there.
Yeah, it was a white party, but don't you have black parties, colored parties?
No, you must not have that thing. Because this one here, remember? But they choose to invite themselves. Okay? Because remember, don't you remember? What it means that it was there, the end of the function school, right? Yeah? Okay? Yeah. So what happens is that they actually discuss among themselves. Now they're calling it a private party. Okay? So you must be diverse. You have to be. This is South Africa. South Africa belongs to everyone who lives in it, black or white. Okay? Colored and all of that. But once racism starts to show its ugly head, chop it. Yeah, we chop it off. The white supremacy, we don't deal with that. We love everyone. Colors are my brothers. Colors are my brothers. Africans and all of that.
I want to ask you now, right? Who lets my name outside?
No, EFF.
EFF says black people.
Buses coming in.
Colored people and Asian people.
Colors are black.
Indian people.
Colors are black.
But when it comes to being, it's not.
Colors are black.
Why do they say black in particular?
You are black. You are black. I'm black.
If you look at the Z33 form,
no.
Why is color still there? It's not there.
No. Black. Colors are black.
This is the illogic of this guy. Okay, he's arguing that the whites are racist, and here he is suggesting that coloreds are black. So black is okay, but white is not okay. This is how illogical this racist terrorist organization is.
We are Africans. You are black too. Yes, you are black. You are an African. So this narrative that you also don't have any means of production, right? You want jobs. You want the land, all of that, right? You don't own means of production, you don't have any facilities, all of that. Okay? Yes. So this narrative that's saying that you've got colors and black is dividing us.
Okay, but I'll tell you this now. I'm running my own business, right? But politics makes it difficult for us to operate. Right? I'll tell you now why.
Yeah.
Because when you go for that tender, if you look at the tender scoring system, it doesn't work for all South Africans. So then you'll see now black South Africans, in particular black, they get a higher scoring on the tender scorecard. So if you look, where is the justice? If you look at the BU system, if you look at jobs all over the country, right? If you go for that interview, you are colored, white, Indian, the black guy, he's prioritized.
That is where the whole point is, that don't divide between black and white. Don't do that. Okay?
But that's the system. The system is to do it.
And you guys is not in government. Listen, government is not in government right now, right? But when we enter into government, we don't want to differentiate between the black and the colored. You know why?
But then
because you know what? We are driving those things. If you look into our manifesto, have you read our manifesto?
Yes, I've read it.
Okay, they said, who are the motive forces? Who are the oppressed people? Who are they? The coloreds, okay, the Indians, and also there's a lot of
Okay, I think it's happening now.
So we're not in government. Okay, take us on.
Remember, the number of protesters allowed at this rally were 100. 100. Don't tell me that's just
1,000 people, if not more.
The push! We are here!
No, don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Now, I have to ask a simple question, guys. We've seen the whites who gathered to protect the school, and we're now watching the economic freedom fighters. Is there a huge difference in the way that they do this? You know, the singing and the dancing and the waving of knobkerries and stuff like that by the economic freedom fighters? And now they're singing "Kill the Boer."
guys, so the police are not stopping them.
So now they're disobeying the police.
Awesome. I'm tired. Oh. Fucking warm hier so.
We are going there, we will leave. We are going there, just behave, let's be disciplined, let's only fight when we are prepared, but let's go where we are going to achieve what we want. So please, let's do what we have to do. We will
Yeah, I just got out the way. Yeah, it's blue also.
That's sort of Open stains.
Yeah, they're throwing stones.
Oh, wow. Really? They're throwing stones. Good one, Malema. Please remember to subscribe, guys, to be kept informed. This is the live stream channel in South Africa. Loving life. We have live streams every night. In fact, tonight at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, we're going to be having a jamming session. So you can relax and listen to some music live with Peter Boysons. He's going to be singing for us.
Got smoking there.
What are they doing there? Looks like a fire has been lit.
Heavy.
This stupid female, I'm sure she was there. Brackenfell one. It's the same one. That guy got caught with the blue stuff.
And the streets run blue.
You must move back. English and Boston, you must move back. Move back from here. You are not coming through here. Move back!
Buses coming on the side here now. That's right.
You can't be behind my line. Move back. Move back.
We are one group. It's our right to protest. It's our right. You know, we ain't passing all words about a big part of that, but what the Masari in one racist.
Isn't it funny how that R word comes out as soon as they're in their shit?
Move them back away from the line. Away from the line.
To the over 2,400 people watching right now, please guys, remember to subscribe to the Loving Life channel. We have live streams most nights at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time on a range of subjects. Always very interesting. Okay, now I just want to get back to an update on what's happening on the ground in Brackenfell. I've got this alert: Southern Region Safety, Brackenfell, South African Police Service, WT and traffic drove the main group apart and channeled in the direction of the municipal offices. Groups much smaller and quieter now. And what you've just seen is one of those groups. Small groups of parents and community members still in the vicinity of the school. The WT and Metro Police are bound. Schools safe for now. South African Police Service helicopters in the air. And it concludes by saying South African Police Service currently have good control over the situation on the ground. Okay, I'm going to play you some more footage that's come through. Let me just get that happening for you. Here we go.
Alright, hulle het so passie probeer hierdie lyn breek. Ek weet nie wat daaraan gegaan het, die so rukkie gebreek. En hulle het hier die lyn probeer bars. As ek reg is, nie heel seker wat gebeur het nie. Ek het hier met Willem Petser sit gesels. Ja. En trend 'n groep van so 50 het die weg gebreek. Dink hulle wil van die media invat. Die brandkanonne, alles is weer opgesit. So weet ek, te vermoede as iets wat tans skrap en skote gaan seker na enige oomblik klap. SAPS is op gereedheid.
Filing for online. Right.
gesig lyk bekend. Die vra hulle almal moet terugstaan, so dis vermoed dat die poppe gaan aan 'n dans. En nog geen, Malema is hier, so, maar geen sig vir hom, he. Ja. Op my batterij hou het ook, man, ek sien ek is nou so halfpad. So ek gaan dan nou begin spaar. So ja. Dis 'n baie son hier so, is altyd. Hulle wat so baie kak praat anyway. Ek het respek vir die dame, sy het al 'n hele paar smaak roepe gemaak. Baie respek vir haar. Ek ken haar ook van ander tonele, as mens dit so kan noem. Sy het 'n bang haar op haar koppie. En daai media dame het 'n helmet op. Maar mense, ek gaan maar nou net weer gesny. Ek sal onmiddellik online kom as iets gebeur, so yes, Eloise. Goed om jou hier te sien, en goed, so ja, as ek sê mense, ek het so halwe battery hoor, ek glo die ding gaan nog 'n hele ruk vat. Ek sal onmiddellik weer op lyn, sê daar iets gebeur. So ja, dankie julle.
Okay, guys, now I've got some more video footage that's just coming through that I'll put to you while I'm just setting that up. You're going to have to look at my ugly mug, I'm afraid, but it is what it is, as I always say. Now, let me just find that video footage that I promised you. Where has it gone? I've got so many windows up here. It's like a Christmas tree, I tell you. It's quite extraordinary. I think this is the one. Yeah, I think this is the one. Okay, let's go. Here we are. No, that isn't the one. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, wow. Let me see. Okay. Now, I think this is what I'm looking for. Let's have a look at this one here. Okay, while I'm looking for it, guys, I'm just going to put up for the moment from last night our discussion again with, this is General Isaac van Zyl and Koos van Zyl, who are on my live stream talking about Brackenfell and the do's and don'ts for those people attending. Here we go.
That was his intention. I'm talking about Becky Taylor.
Yeah.
He instructed the police to assist Julius Malema. What is he? What is Julius Malema? Is he a god that he need protection from 20 police vehicles to be escorted into Senekal? What about the white farmers and the Boer leaders who were also there?
Yeah.
Why weren't they escorted into Senekal? Why weren't they allowed even to go near the court? Why were the Boer leaders not being allowed to enter that court premises, to take a seat next to Becky Kelly. So
Okay, guys, I found the video footage I was looking for. I do apologize. This is live, so we're doing our best. Here we go. Okay. Let me just get this up full.
And police are also here behind us. In the front row of the EFF protest is the leadership. Sorry. Despite them being more than 100 protesters, they are still moving forward to Brackenfell High. We will try to get as close as possible just to show you what is happening. They are finding it difficult to hold a straight line. Commissioner, good afternoon. Edna from Cape Town TV. Hi, we are currently live on Facebook. Just your thoughts on this whole protest, please.
Well, I think it's everybody's got the right to protest, but the South African Human Rights Commission is busy investigating this matter and also putting programs in together. So I think that we must think about the learners and the fact that the learners are their lives are being disrupted, and I think so we need to make sure that we protect the children from this thing and so on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm going to cross to some live footage coming through to me right now, so we'll put that up because that's obviously what we want to see. Here we go. Now, there's no audio attached to this, I'm afraid, but this is live. And you can see the police presence in front of you. I'm just waiting for Malema to, or whoever it's going to be, to get up on their little EFF stage and make their comments in front of the crowd. So that's basically what we're waiting for at the moment. And I've got the EFF page ready to happen when that happens. Here you can see the audio is at 100% and there's no audio coming through at all. Here comes some police moving away from the scene. I think all in all the police have done quite a good job today so far. But I find it extraordinary that the EFF were granted this license or permit to go and protest at Brackenfell. I just think that's where the huge mistake happened. All right, we don't have audio, so I'm just going to keep, this is live, so I'm going to just leave it here at the moment, but I'm going to see if we can get another live feed that has audio coming through. Okay, let's have a look at this footage here while I'm just trying to sort out the situation with the audio here, guys.
That is Human Rights Commissioner Chris Neeson just sharing his thoughts about the whole incident and the protest itself. The protesters are moving, starting to move much faster than they were earlier on. As you saw, we've moved quite far from where we were. Now we are close to Brackenfell High. As you can see, weapons, posters that are saying different messages to the public. Because there's so many people here at the protest, it's quite difficult to hold a straight line. And it looks like some of the members are starting to get out of the line. Are you a community member? You live here in Brackenfell. Do you mind being an interview with us? For Facebook. Facebook.
Simply not meant to cross here at all.
Okay guys, I've got the footage I was looking for, which is now live, so I'm going to just exchange screens here because I just want to get us totally on top of what's happening over there. Okay, here we go. This is happening live right now.
We have another situation with tear gas being protected. There's a guy with a huge stick, definitely ready to protect himself. We can see the crowd is handing out water. I think by now they should be thirsty. So there you can see it's quite... And apparently they are feeling that the police is selling them out. Yes. They don't realize that the police is just doing their jobs. They are not on someone's side. They must keep up the order and thing is, only 100 permits were granted, and as you can see,
well over 100.
only a few have got masks on.
Sorry, I have to say this. That's probably why they want to come to school. I'm sorry, I have to say that. That's just a joke.
Why, to get water?
Yes.
Oh.
I also need water. I'm going to go to the school now. Thank you.
So probeer gou van julle kommentaar lees, hierso, dis bietjie moeilik. Please be safe. Malema is the most cowardly person. Yeah, well,
in Malema lookalike.
Where?
With the black t-shirt.
Oh, there's a Malema lookalike. You see him here in the crowd? Yes, there is a white EFF member. It's not just you. It's not a filter that I have on my screen. He's apparently 21 years old and he is very passionate about EFF.
What is this?
See, they're trying to move the barbed wire. So you can see they are definitely being a bit instigating.
But the official members are taking control and telling them what to do.
Yeah. Okay, it's reported, and I don't know if it's true. Sorry, Isma, I must just say it because I don't want to get into trouble. But they say ENCA reports all members will be going through. So I don't know about that. That's allegedly. I can't see that happening.
That's not allowed. That will be going against every. And if all members.
Ja, Chantal, die is baie.
If all members are going through, why are the police standing like that?
Chantal, jy sal 'n TikTok video hier moet kom maak. Jy gaan baie views kry.
Okay, guys, the confrontation here is that only 100 members of the EFF are allowed to go through, and there are thousands of them. And the police are holding their line and saying, no, only 100 people are allowed to go through. So this looks like it's going to be a bit of an interesting situation developing.
It's like a sea of people.
Yes.
Over the crowd. Sea of people. That's the best way I can describe it. Judy, just see how they are ready over there. That's how they.
You see the police? That bucky obviously trying. That's the bucky. That's the lead bucky that wants to get people through. And here comes. Okay, it seems like they have moved Malema's stage now to this side. I think they see that they are not going to get through on the other way. It seems to me like if they say vote EFF, it looks like actually a campaign for next year.
It's more like a campaign than it is a.
Yeah, a protest, but in any case, who are we to judge? Seeing all the police are really, they are amped, they're ready. So I just wonder if they're going to bring Malema to this side.
Stage to this side?
Yeah, well, the stage is coming to this side now. They obviously see. Yeah.
Yeah, because all the members are on that side. So.
Okay, let's just hope and pray that Malema won't incite the people, the crowd, even more, because it's a very volatile situation and it all depends on what he's going to say today. Yeah, Malema is in front of us. Yeah, you're right, in a picture form. No, that wasn't Malema. That was a lookalike. It's not Malema, that guy, people.
He does look a lot like him, but it's not.
Miskien moet ons gaan na daai ou vir ons bel, sy nou wil bel. Wat dink jy?
Ja, maar wat het jy gesê met wie wil hy praat?
Ons al twee. Hy wil met ons praat oor wat hy aangaan.
Dan moet hy nou bel want hierdie ding se battery.
Okay. Okay, Yella, we're just gonna finish again because, like I said, it's a long day and it seems like we are gonna have to get more battery banks for situation, especially for the EFF.
Yeah, we have to conserve our power, so we have to go off now.
Yes. We'll be back in a whiz on telephone quiz.
Okay, guys. That's the latest. You can see that the police are holding their line, and Malema has had to move where he was going to be speaking. Because, of course, he's trying to break all the rules. There are only supposed to be 100 people attending, and there are thousands. And what they're saying is that this is just a way of gaining supporters. So he's using his racist rhetoric to try and gain supporters. I mean, this is the nature of the man. He's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. An awful little excuse of a human being. I'm just going to see what else is happening, seeing if we can get something live here that's actually got some volume. No, that's the one that we had earlier, which had no volume. Okay. Let me just pull up this. Here we go. Let's have a look at this one here. I've just been sent this video. I'm not sure what it's about, but let's have a look. Not a road. Okay, we see a couple of the EFF in the background there. This is obviously the school. Okay, that's a no happening situation. Let me just get out of this. Oh, you gotta love live streams, haven't you? Okay, now we might have a look at this video here, which is hot off the press. Actually, I think we've seen
just the latest update. EFF members are moving slowly. They are moving forward, and police are also here behind us. In the front row of the EFF protest is the leadership.
I think we've seen this footage, guys. I'll leave it on while I just see what else is happening around the world, so to speak.
Sorry.
All right.
Despite them being more than 100 protesters, they are still moving forward to Brackenfell High. We will try to get as close as possible just to show you what is happening. They are finding it difficult to hold a straight line. Commissioner, good afternoon. Edna from Cape Town TV. Hi, we are currently live on Facebook. Just your thoughts on this whole protest, please.
Well, I think it's everybody's got the right to protest. But the South African Human Rights Commission is busy investigating this matter and also putting programs in together. So I think that we must think about the learners and the fact that the learners are their lives are being disrupted. And I think so we need to make sure that we protect the children from this thing and so on.
Okay, thank you. That is Human Rights Commissioner Chris Neeson just sharing his thoughts about the whole incident and the protest itself. The protesters are moving, starting to move much faster than they were earlier on. As you saw, we've moved quite far from where we were. Now we are close to Brackenfell High.
Okay, guys, I think our next big thing is going to be hearing what the terrorist-in-chief has to say. That's Julius Malema, so we're just waiting for that to happen at the moment.
As you can see, weapons, posters that are saying different messages to the public. Because there's so many people here at the protest, it's quite difficult to hold a straight line, and it looks like some of the members are starting to get out of the line. Are you a community member? You live here in Brackenfell. Do you mind doing an interview with us? For Facebook. Sorry? Facebook.
Oh, we got some more excitement happening here.
Those were tear gas that just went off. What is that? Look at that.
Okay guys, well we're just waiting for Malema to get up and make his speech. We just watched footage of what happened earlier. Okay, I'm going to cross to another clip because this one's becoming a bit chaotic. I think this person's on the run. Okay, gotta love live streams, haven't you? You gotta love live streams. They're a lot of fun. I'm actually seeing footage right now of this person upside down, which is a new experience for me. But anyway, okay, let's get back to what we're looking at here. Okay, give me a second while I get this going for you guys. This is footage which is not old. It's only the last half hour or so, but it's just gives you an idea of what's going on.
It's not, I'm African. I'm a proud African. And if you say you're white, it means that you classify yourself as a white racist. That's a problem with you. You don't want to be African. Now you want to tell me, yes, you tell me I'm not white. I'm not black. I'm black. I'm born black. These people, these are white liberals. You must be careful of them, man.
No, that's not true. I didn't hear what he said. You see, that's also the miscommunication that happens. Because I didn't hear what he said. I do believe in racism. I know it exists, but we are also sometimes suffering under it. We can't get jobs.
Racism is both sides. Both sides. I've got a young son. He just learned. He can't get work because it's BEE. There's no work
and that's
for him.
Also a classification. So all of that must be scraped. Everything must be scraped.
So everybody.
And look at what the lockdown has done to people. It has like destroyed every person, black, white, yellow, color.
Do you think that's why all of this is now coming up again? Because we are frustrated, we're angry, we don't have money, we're jobless.
1994 we didn't address the elephant in the room.
Yes,
the elephant in the room was land. But now they compromise by saying that we must not appropriate land because the struggle was about the land. And then things of rights came later on. So now we are still landless. You see, we are jobless. We face racism in schools. Like there are no jobs. COVID-19 killed us even more. If you can go now, there are many mushrooms
But we need to fight the government for jobs and housing. They're the ones.
also jobless, you understand? It's not just you guys.
So we need to fight the government.
We're suffering as well.
That is what I'm saying. Like, we should like work together as black, white, and colored, whatever.
Yes.
And say government.
Like that
This
man
is where it
completely
ends.
misunderstood what I was saying.
The system, but they're bringing the police now. We cannot engage. You see? They have tear gas.
And the problem is like now you see now the police are now displacing people. There is a problem at the back there was a group of people. We don't even know if we're all red shirts. You see, some people are coming from their own thing.
So that's the problem.
Sorry guys, I'm
That's
just
the
going through my
problem.
many windows here.
But why do we have to protest to get stuff done? Why can't we, as a majority, sit together and talk about the stuff? You must remember the big thing is we have different cultures. You were raised a different way. I was raised a different way. Now we were all forced. We have to be one culture, which is also not fair. You've got why can't the country be where everybody can live with their own stuff? Why is everything being forced onto all of us? And that's our government.
That is a problem.
It comes to that problem of the system.
And like you
it
say,
is
like-
systematic. The system was created by then to be like this. It is still like this, exactly like
It was
this.
But 25 years later, the government has had plenty of, they've seen how many leaders
But you
come
see,
and go.
the problem is now, 25 years later, yes. But when the white man was in power, there was no human rights. They would say, fuck off, move. You move. Now we must first consult. All right, we like this. No, okay, we go to the national province of to the provincial parliament.
And they
you
believe
know.
that Nelson Mandela fought for freedom. You see, but like, why are we? If we say we are free, why are we supposed like to be like?
That's the thing. None of us are actually free.
I just want to say,
You guys are free.
No, but
I just
we
want to
are
say
not.
something.
If I can go to Camps Bay, if I can go to Sea Point, if I can go to Green Point.
I can't go there, I can't afford to go there.
Yeah, but you see, for me, like it hurts to see how unequal the society is. Because I was born in 1993, so I never really experienced apartheid.
And like, we have to come together like from now. Try to engage, open the WhatsApp groups and come together as people. We have to do away with ANC and DA.
Yes!
See, those two parties, these people are the ones who engineered this thing. They know where this thing is coming
But can I ask you
People are now
something?
fighting against each
No,
other
we are.
while they are sitting there
But
comfortably.
don't you think now, you must remember, and I'm being honest, we as I'm as a white person, I think that if it's racist, they don't like us and they are killing us.
it's not like
That's
that.
what we're thinking because that's the idea that they are putting out there singing that song, Kill the Farmer. And that hurts us. And that hurts us.
I understand that will happen. And even the media will always amplify everything that comes. You see, like if we have to, we're gonna go like
Well, I
through the
promise
story
you,
of the.
we are media, but we tell the story. We don't edit anything that happens.
Because it's like a lot of things in the US, the media is operating everything.
Yeah, that's
all
true.
the information
Yes,
that we're
well.
getting from
And
there.
the one who are operating the media is the white man.
But can I ask you something? What if this whole thing surrounding this thing was a misunderstanding and it was taken the wrong way? Do you think that what's happening now is
Okay, Shem, they
helping?
want to get back to their people. Thank you very
I
much.
understand where you're aiming.
Yeah.
This thing was amplified by the media. The media made it bad, and then people started fighting against each other on the social media.
Well,
then it grew bigger.
Yeah, and now
You
the
see?
hatred is on both sides.
Too much, yeah.
Let's hope that we can resolve this and that will end.
This is a big problem. We need another commission. Because that Truth and Reconciliation Commission that obvious.
Yeah.
But we need to work together.
Yes.
And you see, there are people in the US, I'm telling you, people in the US, black, white, people are
This
coming
bottom.
together and they work together. You see,
Okay.
in South Africa,
That's
we
what
always
fight.
system.
And peace on you.
That's what fight, guys. That's what fight.
So ons het nou sopas met 'n paar van die lede gesels en dalk 'n beter verstand gekry wel ons moet luister Ek weet, it is not the user. Yes, like we are leaving them now. We just wanted to hear what they are saying and, sort of trying to give our point as well, and make them understand.
But I can hear the one guy is a bit hyped, everything is the white, so...
Yes, and he was born in 1992.
See, he didn't even experience like he said.
He says that.
But still his mind is made up.
I still just feel that the government has had plenty of chances.
So, Annette, the way I actually see what he's saying, what I'm hearing, is that it seems like us and them are actually in a way on the same page. There's the miscommunication. And like you said, the media amplified it. The hatred was blown on by the media.
Fake news.
Yes, but I mean, some of these EFF members, when they are calling themselves fighters, it does provoke hatred. And I think there's a lot of them that actually do hate the white person.
Yes.
So we are going to...
But it's on both ways. I must just add, I know that they are, it's in every culture, there's even brown people, Indian people that hate, some hate whites. You're not going to completely rule that out.
Yes, one solution, unity. We are going to sign off for now.
Yes, for now.
And see what's going to happen
Okay,
further.
guys.
So we will be back in
a jiffy.
That was quite an interesting discussion. You can see how the economic freedom fighters' rhetoric of the whites being the racist is kind of catching on, because if you say a lie enough, it starts actually becoming truth. Now, what I'm going to show you next is, let's make this guy famous, okay? He's a University of Cape Town student. He's an adult, and he is an economic freedom fighters member. And he's making himself a real name for himself today. When the police started firing stun grenades, he disappeared from the scene and took off his EFF gear to go and hide. This is what a coward this man is. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Member and a student, yeah. Been a member since I was 18 years old. I'm 21 now.
Is your grandfather a former DA leader?
Yes, my grandfather was Leon Markovitz. I believe the DA is a white supremacist party, and I'm trying to rectify the situation here today. We need to transfer the generational wealth and land to the disenfranchised people of this country.
So what do you think of the residents being on the corner?
I think they yearn for apartheid. I think they use neighborhood WhatsApp groups and PPA and private security to uphold apartheid in their neighborhoods. This exists in every single white neighborhood in this country. The only difference is that in Brackenfell it's more potent and violent.
What do you think? Do you think the EFF is justified to come here and to protest outside?
I think they need to be doing more. I think we need to be taking these protests to Clifton and Houghton Park, where the 20 million rand houses are. Okay, I think Brackenfell there's not enough money here. These poor whites are angry and violent, and they're bored with their life. We need to take it. We need to take it where the rich people have money, and they're still making money off that land, which is all generational wealth passed down from their parents.
Talk to us about the response of the WCED to this situation.
It's a DA situation. The DA is still a white supremacist party. Okay, they're not interested in solving the problems, the wounds of apartheid. I have no faith in any DA government body to solve any situation.
And how do you feel personally when you see, as a white person, as a young white person, we're supposed to be this rainbow nation, your generation...
It's not a rainbow nation. Yeah. 94 we didn't fix the problem. Mandela sold us out. Yeah. We sold out Winnie, and today, and things like today, are part of the process of fixing that and healing these wounds.
How do you feel about the Cape Party being here?
I think the Cape Party is a white supremacist organization. You see the way they're dressed, the way they're armed. They yearn for the old days, and I feel sad for them that they hold so much anger in their hearts.
And Jack, the independence, Cape Party is calling for the independence of the Western Cape.
Yeah.
This is something that we've heard from the VF Plus leader as well. What are your thoughts?
It's these white people trying to hold on to their generational wealth. They're scared of losing their land. There's very valuable land in the Western Cape. We need to take this land and transfer it to the people of this country.
Okay, guys, there you go. As you can see, we live in very interesting times. You got to watch who's actually in your community, don't you? All right, now we're just waiting for the infamous Julius Malema to get on the stage. So I'm just playing some videos while we wait for that to happen. I've got some more footage here, which I will play for you, which is at the venue where I think he is going to be talking. Let me just get that up for you so you can have a look at that. So we're not missing anything. We're just waiting.
There's some valid points that they raise, and then there's also areas where we not always, we can all agree to disagree on some matters, and then they did say that there are people in the crowd that are not necessarily there for the right reasons, and they are here
when they talk about things like unity, and then you get the guy that says in the back, it's our land.
Member and a student.
Those kind of people like stirs.
Yes.
But you get this other guy that just wants to.
He just wants all of us to live happily ever after, and I just don't think the means is. I put it to them that if they think the means that they are using is helping, but obviously at this stage they feel this is the way to raise their point.
This is definitely a sight you have never seen in this quiet suburb of
Not at all.
The northern suburbs has been turned upside down, just like the EFF promised. They did say they will bring Brackenfell to a standstill. It is for sure been brought to a standstill.
Definitely. They have definitely fulfilled their promise. I haven't seen Malema anywhere. Where do you think he's hiding? Early.
And I was very impressed with the way the police, I could hear like, pull your mate, as they were standing behind each other. So they're like pulling on each other. Wow.
Yes.
I almost want to say privilege, but it's not the right word. But for being able to see the police in action.
Yes.
And how they operate.
Yes. As you can see,
the gas was no fun.
Yeah, that was not fun at all. I don't know how my running video came out or how that went off, so I do apologize for that, but it was a matter when you see a crowd running towards you, then running is all that you can do. Hello. Yeah, die opstokers, I don't know where they are now. As you can see, there's a very, very massive police presence here in the front with the barricade. Behind the other barricade, the barbed wire, so they are definitely not meant to cross here at all. So let's just hope that the crowd doesn't act up again and we have another situation with tear gas and stuff. Just gonna go a bit closer. There you can see Annette is in my view. We're listening to what the crowd is.
And there's one guy
seems like
saying that 80% of, I don't know, I'm just hearing that white people are being protected.
There's a guy with a huge stick, definitely ready to protect himself. We can see the crowd is handing out water. I think by now they should be thirsty. So there you can see it's quite...
And apparently they are feeling that the police is selling them out. They're
yes.
angry with the police. They don't realize that the police is just
doing their jobs. They are not on someone's side. They must keep up the order. And the thing is, only 100 permits were granted, and as you can see, only a few have got masks on.
I'm sorry, I have to say this. That's probably why they want to come to school. I'm sorry, I had to say that. That's just a joke.
Why, to get water?
Yes.
Oh.
This is the latest clip, guys, that we have on Brackenfell at the moment.
Ek sal probeer gou van julle kommentaar lees. Hierso, dis bietjie moeilik. Please be safe. Malema is the most cowardly person. Yeah, well,
There's the Malema lookalike again.
where?
There with the black t-shirt.
Oh, there's a Malema lookalike. You see him here in the crowd? Yes, there is a white EFF member. It's not just you. It's not a filter that I have on my screen. He's apparently 21 years old and he is very passionate about EFF. See, they're trying to move the barbed wire. So you can see they are definitely being a bit instigating.
But the official members are taking control and telling them not to do that.
Yeah. Okay, it's reported, and I don't know if it's true. Sorry, Isma, I must just say it because I don't want to get into trouble. But they say ENCA reports all members will be going through. So I don't know about that. That's allegedly. I can't see that happening.
That's not allowed. That will be going against every. And if all members.
Ja, Chantal, die is baie.
If all members would be going through, why are the police standing like this?
Ja.
I do not believe.
Chantal, jy sal 'n TikTok video hier moet kom maak. Jy gaan baie views kry.
It's like a sea of people when you look over the crowd. It's a sea of people. That's the best way I can describe it. Did you just see how they are ready over there? That's how they.
You see the police? That bucket obviously trying. That's the bucket. That's the lead bucket that wants to get the people through. And here comes. Okay, it seems like they have moved Malema's stage now to this stage. I think they see that they are not going to get through on the other way. It seems to me like if they say vote EFF, it looks like actually a campaign for next year.
More like a campaign than it is a.
Yeah, a protest.
Charlotte,
but in
this
any case,
footage is
you all
not
need
old.
to
It's only
judge.
it was only live about 20 minutes ago. And it's the latest footage we have on
Seen all the police are really, they are
the situation in Brackenfell, which is why we're replaying it.
So I just wonder if they're going to bring Malema to this side.
The stage to this side.
Yeah, well, the stage is coming to this side now. They obviously see. Yeah.
Although, because all the members are on that side, so.
Okay, let's just hope and pray that Malema won't incite the people, the crowd even more, because it's a very volatile situation and it all depends on what he's going to say today. Yeah, Malema is in front of us. Yeah, you're right, in a picture form. No, that wasn't Malema. That was a lookalike. It's not Malema, that guy, people.
He does look a lot like him, but it's not.
Miskien moet ons gaan dat daai ou vir ons bel, sy nou wil bel. Wat dink jy?
Ja, maar wat het jy gesê met wie wil hy praat?
Moet ons al twee. Hy wil met ons praat oor wat hy aangaan.
Moet hy nou bel want hierdie ding se battery.
Okay.
Please remember to like this video, guys, and to subscribe.
Okay, julle, we're just gonna finish again because, like I said, it's a long day, and it seems like we are gonna have to get more battery banks for situation, especially for the EFF.
Yeah, we have to conserve our power, so we have to go off now.
Yes. We'll be back in a whiz on Telephone Quiz.
Okay, now listen, guys, I'm doing my best, okay? It's very frustrating because this is live. We're dealing with footage that's coming through to us the whole time. And yes, I know I've replayed that particular piece of footage because it's the last footage we had from the venue where it looks like Malema is going to be speaking. So we're trying to keep this current. and just live with it. It's what happens on a live stream. You got to find the stuff, and I'm waiting for some of my citizen reporters to send me some videos, and it's like selling insurance policies. You have a good day and you have a bad day. When it comes to live streams, you have a good minute and you have a bad minute, because you suddenly have a dry spell, so you've got to fill up the gaps, which is why I have the live stream from last night, which is talking about Brackenfell. And it's a very, very interesting video, because you got General Isaac van Zyl and General Koos van Zyl talking about what people should and shouldn't do at Brackenfell. Let's listen to a bit of that
discussions
while I'm
can
just
take
getting more
place
video
afterwards. He showed with his body language that he doesn't want anything to do with the white people. And that's why General Koos said that the EFF and the ANC are one organization, and they are becoming a united enemy of the white people in South Africa.
Right. I totally get that. Now, of course, do you want to add to that?
No, I think he said it all.
Okay. But
it's a situation that is, I pray that the situation will not escalate any further, as from this that we have observed up until now. Because it will not take very much for the farmers to go overboard. And the Transvaal Agricultural Union and Agri South Africa warned the government they must stop their nonsense now, because it is very hard to control people on the ground. They are not on parade. They are not in any way bound into a place where they can be coerced into a mode not to make trouble.
Right. I just want to address those watching. We've got about 500 people watching at the moment. Please remember to subscribe to Loving Life to be kept informed, and any questions you might have for General Koos van Zyl or General Isaac van Zyl, please put them in the side chat. Make sure you have Loving Life so that the post sticks out, and I'll put those to our guests a bit later. Now, this is really what we've been talking about, Isaac, and I just want you to really unpack this. Did the South African Police Service display a clear pro-EFF agenda during Senekal 2 and Brackenfell 1?
Yes, I already said that there was a clear body language towards the EFF, promoting and supporting the EFF, and they turned their body language against the white people. So yeah, there was enough video material where SAPs turned their backs on the EFF and faced a small group of whites. Their commander should have logically analyzed the real threat and should have faced the aggressors who had no interest at the school whatsoever. And they didn't have any interest at the school whatsoever, just as they don't have any interest at the school tomorrow morning. And therefore, if the police are playing an apolitical role in their joint operational center, where the civilian forces are represented, the civilian forces should have advised the police to close the entrances to the town tomorrow and to stop the EFF from coming into the town.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they are going to create a situation where the innocent citizens are going to be intimidated and feeling threatened and feeling their sense of safety.
Okay, guys, I've got some images here. It's not video footage, but it's actually very important images, and I'll explain to you why. Because what you've got here is the economic freedom fighters who are suggesting that the police have conspired with the racist whites trying to prevent our free movement in the land of our forebears. Now, I'm going to put these images up so you can have a look. This is all related to that particular statement. And here we go. Okay, so there you can see one of the EFF leaders who's pointing his hand and saying, well, we're supposed to be over there, but the permit only says 100 people. And that's why the police are stopping them. But of course, this is the spin that the EFF are putting on their concern that they're not allowed to go and listen to their great terrorist leader, Julius Malema, outside the Brackenfell High School. So there are the images. It's quite extraordinary. You know, it's like two sets of rules, one for the EFF and another for everybody else. And they don't have any other way of seeing things. They are a completely crazy organization. I just can't get over it. It's just absolute, yeah, BS, if I can put it that way. All right, let's get back to Isaac and Koos while we're just waiting for Malema to get on the stage and make his speech, because nothing's happening.
And there's one basic right that every man on planet Earth has got, and the government has the obligation to see to it that the innocent residents, innocent citizens are kept safe. And if the police knows what is good for them, is that they will arrive tomorrow in Brackenfell and close down the entrances to the town and prevent the EFF from coming even into the town. Because the moment they set foot in the town, they have their foot in the door to break loose and to start violence and to start intimidating innocent citizens. And one must remember that the children are writing exams. And they don't need this.
Yeah. Now, I just again want to address the side chat and people watching. If there are any people here who'd like to be citizen reporters, i.e. covering the Brackenfell event live tomorrow, can they please email me, because I would like to cover this Brackenfell event live. So if you're going to be going there, if you have Skype on your cell phone, that's really all we need, so we can actually cover the event live. Now, getting back to the EFF, how did they get a permit? I can't understand how they got a permit, and what is the legal issue for those who attend on the parent side, because I don't think they have a permit. What is the legality behind A, how the EFF got a permit in the first place, and B, what about the parents and their supporters who don't have a permit? What's the situation there?
I can try to answer it. General Koos can add on it,
yeah,
if he wants to. I think what should have happened there, the municipality will not refuse a permit if the reasons are not valid. So the municipality who granted this permit doesn't look at the situation from our side. From our side, we don't think that the EFF has got any concern there. They don't have any role to play there. They are not there to, according to us, they are not going to be there to be peaceful. We know that. And the permit, any permit is granted with the condition that the protest action must be peaceful. Although we know that it's not going to be the case, and what the school body, the governing body of the school should have done, I don't know whether they have done that, is that they should have obtained a court order to prevent the EFF from coming near the school. And even the Taxpayers Association or the Citizens Association could have obtained a court order preventing the people from coming into town. But the police has got the obligation and the mandate to analyze the threat. And if the threat is of such a nature that life and property are going to be endangered, they could have decided to close down the entrances to the town. And that is purely a policing decision and not a decision supposed to be manipulated by political role players.
Right. Now, just as far as the court is concerned, I know the school did approach the court to prevent the EFF from protesting outside the school, and the outcome was that the magistrate or the judge actually rejected their request because the EFF said they would not cause trouble outside the school, and on that basis they actually said you can go ahead with the protest outside the school. Now that's currently being appealed.
If it comes out that the threat was not properly analyzed by the judge, that judge should be kept responsible if something happens to the children tomorrow, and if violence breaks out and people get injured, especially the children. And this should serve as a warning, because then I will myself engage in a process to get justice done to that judge who make the decision and refuse that court order.
Yeah, well, I know the school has appealed the decision, and their appeal, this is how stupid the judicial system in South Africa is, their appeal was not put as a priority. It's going to be heard on the 2nd of December. I mean, that is absolutely useless.
What does that help?
No, nothing at all. Now, Koos, I want to put the same question to you. You've got the legal background in the SAPS. What you've got here, the two groups. You've got the EFF, who somehow got a permit to go and protest outside the school and hand over a memorandum to your teacher. I think that's what the objective is, according to them. And then you've got the parents, who are obviously concerned about their kids and the school itself, who are going to be gathering there, who do not have a permit. What is the situation?
The South African police has every right to object to the giving of the authority to these people to come to the school, on the grounds that it is a threat to the children in the school, and it is a threat to that violence could break out. They can stop it if they want to. But after you mentioned it, that the judge ignore the request of the school and the parents, it is quite clear that the South African police, the whole of the judicial system, is cahoots with the government of South Africa, the ANC, and they form one front to get things going, to create chaos, because the communists cannot rule where things are under control.
Okay, guys, we're going live back to Brackenfell now, and I do apologize for the bit of a break there, but I can only put up what I actually have access to.
Then we've got Commissar Babalwa.
This is now probably Malema going to come on the stage.
Then we've got Commissar Mamnotando Noluchungu. Amandla! Israel! Africa! Long live Julius Malema, long live! Amandla! Then we've got Commissar Tebi Msane. Amandla! Amandla! Long live the CIC, long live!
I think that after they've made their speeches, they most probably will head back home. I think Annette said it earlier, it's like a campaign actually for members for the EFF. So, yeah, everybody's getting a turn. Nee, ons weet nie waar Hitler is nie. Ons het nou gehoop ons kan wag tot hy kom. Maar ons sien nie vir hom nie. Ons weet nie of hy in gaan ry kom of met 'n vliegtuig kom of wat nie.
Viva EFF, viva! Viva! Viva CIC, viva! Viva! Fighters, today we are standing here. And the reason we are here, 1967, 76, 1980s, we had segregation. We couldn't go to beaches the way we want to. We couldn't drive the buses we want to. We couldn't go to bicycles we want to.
Okay, we're gonna report now. This is just running back into the past. We are not in the past anymore.
Yeah, we are signing off.
Yeah, we are really signing off now. Thank you for all of you that. But it seems like Brackenfell will be safe now. We will see the aftermath after they have left Brackenfell.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining.
Okay, guys, you heard it there live. The EFF are talking a bunch of crap and they've had enough, and they're getting out of there. Extraordinary what's going on in Brackenfell though. Now, let me just see what else we got happening here. All right. I might just go back to Isaac and Koos, because, you know, while there's not much happening in Brackenfell, at least we can listen to a couple of very wise men talking common sense about what's going on. Here we go.
Everything must gone out of control for them to take control. This is a strategy of the communists.
Right.
And they are all codes. And it is quite clear now that in a situation like this, where the police turn against the public, while the police sciences state that the police are the public and the public are the police. So the public then have to take things into their own hands and act as the police, because the law in this land and the police sciences describe the public as the police and the police as the public. And that's why I previously stated that the Boerelegioen is situated in the best place to guard the community safety and the safety of their property.
And to play the role as the civilian forces.
Right.
So they are forced, they will force the public to a point where they have to operate.
Right. Now, what role should the school play in countering the murderous intentions of the EFF? Now, we've mentioned that the court order obviously was rejected by the court. What other options do they have?
Bring people on parade.
Of course, go ahead.
They can bring people on the parade and police the situation with the intention or the clear vision to make use of the term minimum force. And you can kill a person with minimum force according to the laws of this country.
Now, my suggestion is that the civilian forces, and that includes all the security companies, that include the Boerelegioen, that include all the other safety and self-defense groups, come together and strategize and get the civilians who are attending the event or who are coming to the school or who are coming to meet the EFF toe-to-toe, to get them under command and control. And they can even stand in formations and they should wait on a command to act. Earlier this week I made a video where I said that it will be very nice to see disciplined civilians on a parade in the form of military formations, each with a sjambok in the hand. There is no law that can prevent them to display that sjambok. And if 1,000 people has got a sjambok in their hand and they are standing in a formation in front of the school, or they are making a cordon around the school and wait for the command. If the EFF attacks and the police does nothing, then we are forced to act. But while they are stand and toy-toying and shouting and making noise, we wait for them and we pushing the police in the front line so that they do their job, the job they are getting paid for by our taxpayers' money.
All right, guys, look, it looks like that's pretty much the end of the Brackenfell experience. Now, if you have not subscribed to Loving Life, you're missing out on a whole lot of stuff. We cover these protests live, and every night at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, we have live streams, or most nights anyway. And tonight we're going to have a jamming session. Yeah, we're going to have some music. So if you're feeling like a relaxing evening after all the crap that's gone down at Brackenfell, subscribe to Loving Life. Like this video. Make sure that you don't miss out, because tonight at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, we're going to listen to some nice relaxing music, live singing. You know, you can just relax in front of your TV or your computer or your mobile phone. And these sessions normally go for a couple of hours. And as I say, most nights, 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, we have discussions on a whole range of things. And this week we've covered everything from the South African Reserve Bank to just about everything. It's a really interesting set of live streams that we have here. So please, guys, subscribe. Make sure you don't miss out. And don't forget to subscribe also to our Loving Life live channel that will start being used for the live streams from the 1st of January 2021. And of course, we're leaving the YouTube platform. We're getting off YouTube. We're tired of the bullshit with YouTube. We've actually got our own website called lovinglifetv.com. That's lovinglifetv, one word.com. And it's under construction at the moment, but in the next few weeks, we'll have an archive of over 6,000 videos that have been produced by Loving Life. And it's going to be interactive. We're going to have forums. We're going to have the ability for members to have profiles. It's going to be totally free. Doesn't cost you a cent. Live streams. We're going to have citizen reporters participating. It's a whole new experience. So don't miss out. Best way you can make sure you don't miss out is by subscribing to this channel, because I'll be keeping you informed on what we're doing. So without any further ado, guys, 8 p.m. Johannesburg time. And look, it's been a long day for me. I've been up for 18 hours today. I'm going to go to bed and get about 4 hours sleep, and then I'll be getting ready for the 8 p.m. jamming session. And yeah, why is my time seem strange? Because I'm in Brisbane, Australia. I'm an expat South African, and alerting the world to what's going on in South Africa is my mission now in life, and that's why I do what I do. Take care, guys. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe. And with that, I'm going to sign out of here. And I hope to see you all at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time. Take care and bye for now.